If the Army told you right now that you could pick almost any duty station, where would you go? Because let's be real, not all duty stations hit the same, right? Some look great on paper and some end up being miserable once the tempo, traffic, housing really kicks in. And some places are so good that soldiers talk about them like they won the lottery. So I did a little bit of research, and these are the top 5 installations for active duty soldiers right now. But there's a catch. Every single one of them has a trade-off, and one of them is basically like the Army's unicorn. This list is not just about pretty views or what sounds cool on Instagram. I'm looking at the full picture. Quality of life, family life, housing, location, things to do, and how much you can actually enjoy your life when you're off duty. So let's count it down from 5 down to 1, and I want you to tell me in the comments, which one would you actually choose? At number 5, that's Joint Base Lewis-McChord, or JBLM, in Washington. JBLM is for soldiers who want that Pacific Northwest lifestyle. If you love mountains, hiking, cool summers, and being close to real cities instead of just feeling trapped in pure military town, well, JBLM has a lot of that going for it. Mount Rainier is basically in your backyard. You got Seattle and Tacoma, they're right there. And that matters more than people think, because a huge part of liking a duty station is whether you can mentally disconnect from Army life when the duty day is over. That's one of JBLM's biggest strengths. You can go from Army mode to normal life pretty fast. It also has that modernization angle going for it, as JBLM is one of the places where the Army is testing newer ideas with barracks and overall soldier living conditions, so it feels like one of those posts that the Army is actually trying to improve rather than just trying to maintain. Now, here's the downside to JBLM. The weather can absolutely wear people down. If you're used to like sunshine, then that long gray stretch can hit pretty hard. And then there's also I-5. JBLM traffic is infamous. A short drive can turn into a stupid long drive really fast. And that affects your whole quality of life more than people really want to admit. So JBLM makes the list because the location is awesome, the outdoor life is highly talked about, and the base has some forward momentum. But if you hate traffic and gloomy weather, this one might not feel top 5 to you. Now let's go from rainy Washington to one of the most bucket list assignments in the Army. At number 4, Vicenza, Italy. Vicenza is for soldiers who want the Army experience, but also feel like their living abroad actually means something. This is one of those assignments where lifestyle is part of the appeal, really. You're in northern Italy. Venice is close, the mountains are close. You can make a random weekend feel like something that people back home would have to save all year to do. That's why Vicenza keeps showing up so high. It's not just the base, it's the access. It's the feeling that when work is over, you're in Europe, not just sitting in another parking lot outside of the barracks. And from everything in the research, one of the smartest things about Vicenza is the outdoor rec site. That matters because overseas assignments can be amazing or miserable depending on whether you actually get out and use what's around you. Now, the catch. This is airborne country, so if somebody hears Italy and starts imagining a permanent vacation, slow down. You're still dealing with real tempo, real field time, and rotations. This is more work hard, play hard, not just play hard. So Vicenza lands this high because the off-duty lifestyle, it's insane. The travel opportunities, those are legit, and it's one of the few Army assignments that can feel like a life experience and not just another duty station. But tempo is still tempo, and it might be a challenge to get this assignment if you're not airborne. Now let's shift from the Europe Dream assignment to one that makes more sense for a very specific type of soldier. Because at number 3 is Fort Sam Houston in Texas. Fort Sam Houston is probably like one of the most underrated ones on this list if you're thinking like long term, especially if you care about like family life, that urban life, or you're in like the medical field or medical MOS. This one works because it gives you something a lot of Army posts don't give you, a real city built around more than just the base. San Antonio is not far, and it has food, culture, neighborhoods people actually want to live in, and enough civilian life that You don't feel like your entire existence is trapped inside of a military bubble. That matters for soldiers, and honestly, it matters even more for spouses. That's one of the strongest points in the research. Spouse employment, family normalcy are way better when the post is tied into like real metro area instead of a town that only really exists because the base is there. And if you're medical, Fort Sam Houston is obviously a heavy hitter. That alone makes it a premium assignment for the right MOS. Now, the downside of Fort Sam Houston. Traffic. Traffic can absolutely suck. Flooding can also be an issue, and depending on where you live, your commute can start to feel like really taxing on your day. But Fort Sam Houston makes the list because it gives soldiers something a lot of places don't. A strong Army career environment with a civilian city attached to it that actually improves your life instead of just surrounding your job. It is mostly a medical installation though, so if you have an MOS outside of the medical field, then it can be a challenge as there might not be any slots for MOS, or there's very few that other soldiers don't want to give up. And real quick, this actually is a good spot to mention something that fits this conversation. A lot of what makes a duty station good or bad has nothing to do with the gate and everything to do with how well you and your family handle Army life. So if you want some Army themed notebooks to keep track of your goals, PCS plans, or just your day-to-day stuff, then I've got those. And if deployment is part of your family's reality, well, I've also got a kid's book called Alex's Dad Goes on a Deployment to help make it easier for the little ones to understand. I've got links to this on my website. Also throw up a QR code if you want to scan that, but it will take you to Amazon as they are available on Amazon for you to check out. All right, back to the list. Now let's talk about the one a lot of people would probably expect to see near the top if they want the best stateside lifestyle. At number 2 is Fort Carson, Colorado. Fort Carson is like the classic quality of life paradox, really. On one hand, the location is incredible. Colorado Springs, the mountains, the outdoors, the weather, the family stuff to do, all of that gives Fort Carson a huge advantage. If you're the type of person who actually gets out and enjoys where you live, Carson is hard to beat, and not just because that's where I currently live. That's why so many soldiers want it. It's one of those places where off-duty can recharge you in a way that a lot of duty stations just can't. And then for families, Carson has a lot going for it. It's built around a more family-heavy environment. There's a lot to do, and there's a broader area that actually feels desirable even without the Army being there. But here's why it's not number 1. The 4th Infantry Division tempo can be brutal. That's the big warning sign from the research, right? Carson, it can be beautiful and still burn you out if your unit keeps you gone all the time. So this is where soldiers, have to stop asking only, is the post good? And start asking, what's the unit climate and mission tempo like? Because it kind of sucks if you have a great area that you actually can't enjoy. So Carson is one of those places where the location can be amazing, but your actual day-to-day life, it might still be rough depending on kind of like where you land and what the tempo is of your unit. So Fort Carson gets number 2 because the location is great, the lifestyle is great, and probably the most attractive stateside option really overall, but the work side of the equation can definitely kind of mess things up. And now, number 1, the one that keeps coming up like the Army's golden ticket. At number 1 is Camp Zama, Japan. If Fort Carson is like the best stateside, lifestyle play, well, Camp Zama is the Army's unicorn. The reason Camp Zama sits at the top of the list is it combines multiple things that almost never come together in one assignment. High quality of life, access to amazing country, great transportation, strong housing situation, and a work environment that for a lot of soldiers feels more strategic and less like the nonstop grind that you get at some big stateside posts. The Tokyo access is a major advantage. That alone changes the experience. You're not just stuck on a remote post, hoping there's one decent restaurant on base. You can actually get out and experience something amazing. And the research also points to something, huge that younger soldiers care about, and that's the barracks. Privacy matters, space matters, kitchens matter. Those things sound small until you live in bad barracks and realize how much those kinds of things actually affect your quality of life. For families, it also checks a lot of boxes. You got a safe area, strong community feel, a unique overseas experience, and the kind of assignment that people are going to remember forever. But now, the downside. Camp Zama is smaller, more rank heavy, and more professional in that like flagpole type of way. So this is not like the place that somebody should just expect to just disappear into the background. And because it's overseas, there are still like the usual overseas challenges, like logistics, you got like a language barrier, pet is probably a problem, can't really bring pets very easily. And since it's small, there is not a lot of slots. So it's kind of another one of those duty stations where it can be hard to get if there's not a slot for you in your MOS. But if you ask a lot of soldiers what assignment feels like hitting the jackpot, Camp Zama is probably gonna show up for those reasons. Now, before somebody jumps in the comments and says, no, you forgot this place, let me say this. The best duty station is never just about the post. It's about your MOS, your family situation, and what you personally value. If you're single and you want adventure, your answer might be different than somebody who's got kids and a family and wants that stability. If you're medical, Fort Sam Houston might be the choice. If you want that mountain lifestyle, you might be going after Fort Carson. Or if you want that great like overseas, lifestyle, then the assignment you may want is Camp Zama or Vicenza might be the right move for you. That's the real takeaway. A great location helps, a good community helps, but the post that fits your lifestyle and the stage that you're in, that's what's going to feel the best to you. So drop your choice for the #1 duty station in the comments down below. What is the best Army installation in your opinion? And if you had to actually choose one of these on the list, which one would you choose? If you've been stationed at any of these, let the people know down in the comments. Did the research get things right? Did it get things wrong? Let me know. But if you want to know what is the worst duty station you could possibly get in the United States Army, well then you should probably check out this video. Make sure you're also subscribed to the channel and drop an elbow on that like button. Share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching. I'm Christopher Chaos, and I'll see you next time. See ya.